Hello and good morning, year 5. So I'm going to guide you today through the English lesson about Greek myth. So for the lesson, you will need obviously your English book, you will need your pen, you will need a pencil, and you will need a ruler. So pause the video and grab everything you need. Off you go. In this unit of work, probably about 3 weeks, we will focus on the Greek myth of Theseus and the Minotaur. And your final piece of writing will be an innovative version of the myth called Theseus, and you might have guessed you will create your own monster. How exciting! I can't wait to read your final piece. But before that, obviously, we've got some work to do. So get ready, and we're going to start immediately. If you're curious about what we are going to do this term and in this unit, these are like the main points we are going to go through. So we're here today at the start, looking at the features of Greek myth. And then obviously we will go along looking at grammar work and obviously like at the end at redrafting and editing and publishing your innovative Greek myth. So lots of work to do during this term. So let's get started. First of all, you need to write the date and LO. So today we are Wednesday the 13th of January 2021 and the LO is identify the features of Greek myth. So pause the video and write date and LO as you would do in class. Off you go. Thank you, year 5. Well done. So now we've got a date and LO. We're going to have a look at the Greek myths. What are they? So what I would like you is in the middle of the page that you've got, can you write Greek myths? What are they? Like I've done here. Don't forget the question mark because it's a question, and have some arrows around like a mind map. Once you've done it, I would like you to have a think. Okay, Greek myth. What do I know about them? Once you've got an idea, write it down and then pause the video before we share some answers. So, unfortunately, obviously, I can't listen to your answers, but I hope to see them on Dojo when you post your work. Now, here at the bottom, I've got some ideas about Greek myths and maybe some facts you wrote about them. So let's go through my points and let's see if they match your points or if you need to add some more information about the Greek myth. Greek mythology is a group of stories about gods, goddesses, heroes, creatures, and the rituals of ancient Greece. Most of these stories were told by the ancient Greeks to their families and friends over many generations. The stories often features wars and heroic battles, frightening monsters, and also taught the importance of bravery, intelligence, fear, love, fun, and right and wrong. Many myths were based on the fact that gods, like human, men and women, could be punished or rewarded for their actions. The ancient Greeks used myths about gods to help them understand things happening around them, such as the forces of nature. And that's why there were sea gods, woodland gods, sky gods, underwater gods, half-gods and human heroes undertaking courageous or romantic adventure. So now obviously you know a bit more about the Greek myth. So I wonder if there are some facts you want to add here. So do pause the video and do it now before the next slide. Well done, year 5. Now we are going to move to task 1. And as it says here, draw the following grid in your books. Sorry, I wrote it wrong, grid. So read grid. Draw the following grid in your books and complete the writing purpose and audience part. So you've seen the grid before, so you know roughly the size of each rectangle. So in the first one, you need to have Greek myth because this is what we are looking at. Then writing purpose and audience. Then you will have structure and key features, and outside you will have grammar and key skills. During this task here, we're going to focus on writing purpose and audience. So take your time with your pencil and your ruler to draw all the different rectangles before completing these two parts. So pause the video, take your time because we're aiming for neat work. See you in a minute, year 5. Well done. So again, I don't know what you came up with, but I had in mind the audience for our Greek myth could be our parents, our family, some teachers, some friends, because we can always exchange through Dojo. And the writing purpose, well, we want to entertain others with our myth. Maybe we want to educate as well, or simply to have fun. Maybe some of you will have different ideas that, again, you will share on Dojo. So well done for completing these two parts, writing purpose and audience. Now we're going to move on to task 2. So task 2 is to complete the structure and key features part of the grid. So previously we've done audience and writing purpose. Now we're going to complete the structure and key features. So over the last days, you read different Greek myths or you heard some Greek myths. So you might have an idea already about the structure. So please pause the video and take some time to complete this part. And I will catch up with you very soon. Well done, year 5. Now, before I reveal some ideas about the structure and key features, have a look here. Maybe that's going to help you. How are myths organized or structured? Do they have specific characters, specific settings? Are we talking about specific powers? So maybe these ideas are going to help you add some more facts or elements about the structure and key features of Greek myth. So maybe pause again if you're unsure or if you think, oh, I've got something to add. So pause and complete this part. So this is what I came up with. So in a myth, you've got a beginning or an opening, you've got a build-up, you've got a problem, a resolution, and an ending. You could have one setting, but normally you've got different settings. And obviously you've got a hero and or a god with different powers, and also a creature with powers. So what did you have? Did you have all these elements? Did you have more elements? So please post it on Dojo so we can share your findings. Good job, everyone. Now we're going to move on to task 3, and it's called Read, Watch, and Discuss Theseus and the Minotaur. So Theseus and the Minotaur might be a myth you're familiar with or not at all. So I'm going to trust you and I'm going to ask you to be responsible for your learning this morning. First of all, I want you to play the video, and if you play the video, you will see in the next slide the story of Theseus and the Minotaur. I want you to read it carefully, looking at the settings, looking at the characters, and looking obviously at what's happening in the story. Once you've read the story, I would like you to go on this website here, and you've got the link, and to watch the animation to fully understand the story. So I'm going to put the next slide so you take your time to read the story. Make sure you pause so you've got time to read this page. Same as earlier, just pause so you've got time to read this slide here, slide number 2 of the story. Here we start part 2 of the story, so same as before, just pause the video so you've got time to read what's happening. This is page 4 of the story. I'm going to move my picture to the side if I can. And this is the final page of the myth of Theseus and the Minotaur. So pause the video here and take time to read the end of the story. So well done, year 5, for reading the story. Now, as I said earlier, once you've read the story, feel free to watch the YouTube link for the video animation. Another thing I would like you to do is I've sent on Dojo like a worksheet like this with all the characters from Theseus and the Minotaur. So if you can print it, that's great. You can use the different characters to retell the story. If you can print it, no worries. Just have a look at the characters on Dojo and just draw them on some cards. So obviously the main characters that you need to have are the Minotaur, Theseus, Ariadne, King of Athens, King Minos, maybe different places as well. So have a look, and I want you to spend the morning maybe rereading the story, watching the animation, and retelling the story in your own words using these cards. So that's it. That's all for today, year 5. I want to see some work, obviously, on Dojo as well. Have a great morning, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow for the next part of our Greek myth unit. Bye, and see you tomorrow.